Good day from Johannesburg, South Africa. A day of remarkable events, some violence, and a day of historic change as Nelson Mandela stepped into the African afternoon a free man for the first time in more than 27 years. The man who more than any other symbolizes the repression of apartheid in South Africa was welcomed by throngs of tens of thousands, perhaps as many as 500,000 supporters in Cape Town. The man they hadn't heard, but whose force they had felt for so long, finally spoke, greeting them in the name of democracy and freedom for all. Then he pleaded for calm on the streets.
And not a single one of you should do anything which will make other people to say that we can't control our own people.
Many have expressed concerns for Mandela's life, and not just because of the threats from the right wing, but also from radicals on the left. But Mandela, according to President de Klerk, has apparently turned down South African government protection.
The time for the healing of the wounds has come. The moment to bridge the chasms that divide us has come. The time to build is upon us. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. We commit ourselves to the construction of a complete, just, and lasting peace. We understand it still that there is no easy road to freedom. We know it well that none of us acting alone can achieve success. We must therefore act together as a united people for national reconciliation, for nation building, for the birth of a new world. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. I thank you. It will forever remain an indelible blight on human history that the apartheid crime ever occurred. It will forever remain an accusation and a challenge to all men and women of conscience that it took as long as it has before all of us stood up to say enough is enough. The date for the demise of the white minority regime has been determined, agreed, and set. 7 months from now, on April 27, 1994, all the people of South Africa, without discriminations on ground of gender, race, color, or belief, will join in the historic act of electing a government of their choice. When distinguished leaders came together half a century ago to consign to the past a war that had pitted humanity against itself, the ruins and the smoke from the dying fires were the monument to what should not have been. The United Nations has to reassess its role, redefine its profile, and reshape its structure. It should truly reflect the diversity of our universe and ensure equity among the nations in the exercise of power within the system of international relations in general and the Security Council in particular. The very right to be human is denied every day to hundreds of millions of people as a result of poverty and the unavailability of basic necessities such as food, jobs, water and shelter, education, health care, and a healthy environment. As I sit in Kunu, my village, and grow as ancient as its hills, I will continue to entertain the hope that there has emerged a cadre of leaders in my own country and region, on my continent, and in the world, which will not allow that any should be denied their freedom, as we were, that any should be turned into refugees, as we were, that any should be condemned to go hungry, as we were, that any should be stripped of their human dignity, as we were.